Hi, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, it is a CAS video sped up of the new family for my save file. So they live next door to Doris Lister, who we met last time. It's a bigger family home. This is a family of 4. The 2 adults, the parents, and a child, a female child, a daughter, and a son who is an infant. They live in Daisy Hovel, I believe it's called. So it's the lot that's right next door to Doris Lister's house. My imagination sort of ran with me that Doris is very much involved in their family life and offers to look after the kids and whatnot, just so she can get the gossip of their family, because she doesn't think that they're a happy family, even though they come across that way. So that's Doris's way of inserting herself to get all the gossip, like Doris does. So this family is basically just a happy-go-lucky, cute suburban family. I wanted to have that sort of cookie-cut family that was in the neighbourhood as well. There will be other like diverse families, diverse everything within the same neighbourhood and within the worlds. But I wanted them to have that that typical family unit. So Sandra here is a teacher. I wanted her to be I envisioned her to be like a primary school teacher. So a lot of her fashion is a bit more wholesome, a little bit more like cutesy and that kind of vibe. So she's a primary school teacher. I like to think that she teaches at her daughter's school. Obviously in The Sims you can't actually make that happen. But I imagine that that's what the dynamic is. So I wanted her to have sort of a classic feel, a cute feel, pretty, just goes off, does her work, does what she needs to do, provides for the family, and then comes home and she's a full-time mum. So in the end she gets like her aspiration I think is successful lineage or happy family or perfect parent. One of the family aspirations. She is one of the family aspirations. So yeah, so her main goal in life is to just have a great family life and raise her kids and make sure her husband's happy and have a really, really wholesome life. So like I said, they've got a child and an infant. I made him an infant specifically because I kind of wanted there to be a baby in the world as well. And also if you chose to play with it, that you could then sort of start that infant's life from the get-go if you wanted to, and like build his story from the ground up, and it gives him a sort of a fresh canvas kind of thing. But the storyline that I sort of went with was that they had their child and she was this creative, cute, like she was so sweet and she's so nice to everybody and she was so well behaved as an infant, as a baby, and she didn't cry very much. She was so well behaved. So when she got a bit older, they thought, you know what, let's try for number 2. You know, like we loved having our first child, let's have another child. And then they had an unruly infant. I think I gave him like the fussy trait, or whichever trait is the most annoying one. You'll see it when we get to him. That's the one that he was given. So yeah. There was a lot of thought that went into this. A lot of the time I was just struggling to sort of decide what I was going to put her in. But I wanted to keep that floaty, sort of cute vibe, and that's what I sort of tried to go with. I really liked the way that this family turned out. And the dad is quite handsome in the end, I have to say. It is quite a pretty family, but I kind of wanted that. I wanted them to be able to look that way. They don't have any sordid secrets, just so you know. It is just Doris on this street that has those sordid secrets. She likes to think that everybody else has a lot of gossip and there's stuff going on with them, and I think that I like to think that she sort of noses in on them from time to time and tries to look over their fence and figure out what's going on, looks after the kids so that she can keep an eye. But all in all, this family is quite wholesome. There isn't actually anything to find from them. I think Doris just thinks everyone's got hidden secrets because she has. So yes, she got the super parent aspiration in the end. So yeah, and the husband it's drastically changes from this. I wanted him to be a little bit stocky, and then when I started to do it, I realised that actually what I wanted more than anything was for him to be like a military guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him into the military career that came with Strangerville. It's got like the active trait, the bro trait, it's got that kind of vibe, and that's sort of what I wanted from him. So that he was like a really cool guy, really nice, really down to earth, but he sort of also looks a bit like a bro. And when you look at him, you think, oh, he's a player. And I like to think that maybe he was back in the day, before he met Sandra. Maybe Martin was a little bit of a playboy, and then he met Sandra, and she sort of tamed him, and they became this family unit, and he sort of loved to give back to his family. It originally with his outfit, because I was thinking like army, I found the cargo pants that have got like the cargo shorts that are like army based, these ones. I stuck with them for quite a bit while I was picking his shoes and stuff, before I realised when I was doing his ring that it had these slits down the side, and I hated that with a passion. So I changed them to just some regular black shorts, which I definitely preferred, and it gave me the same vibe, like the cargo type pants, but without the slit on the side. I didn't know that was a thing, and I hated every minute of it. So like you can see this, the same vibe shorts, and that's sort of the vibe I was going with. But I didn't like that gap. So I gave him non-gappy black pants. His formal wear, I love. I know it's just skipped past it, but I loved that. He automatically was in that jacket, and I was like, oh, I love it, actually. I want that. So I sort of went off that. I feel like because he's active, he's quite a gym guy. He's got like that gym board, and that's why I gave him this outfit. But he will be working out quite a lot. Like I say, he's in the military career. I'm going to try and treat it so that he's higher up in the career and he has a few more medals. They can be on display. The family's really quite proud. I'll get some pictures of him in his uniform to sort of hang around the house and stuff like that, because, you know, it would be something that they were really, really proud of. But I like it. I think he's quite suave. He's got quite a suave look about him, and I quite liked that little element. So I made sure to keep that sort of vibe going throughout. He definitely loves himself, but like I say, back in the day he had reason to, and now he's sort of more settled, and he's an amazing dad to his kids and an amazing husband. So yeah, but I wanted that sort of to reflect that like gym bro like thing to reflect in him at first, because then you'd get that vibe naturally. So yeah, every single one of them I gave them 2 cold weather outfits. I used to do this a lot, and then I stopped doing it, and I don't think I did it with Doris, which I might go back and do that. But I give them like a cold weather outfit that was like a jumper or a hoodie with pants that they could sort of wear in the house, really, and then they each have a secondary one that's more of an outdoor one. They have a coat on, they have like a hat on and stuff like that, just so that there's a change, because if it's cold out and the Sims are inside the house, I don't necessarily like it when they've got big coats on, but they're inside the house. You wouldn't wear a coat. You'd be warmer, like in a hoodie or something, but you wouldn't wear a coat. So I made sure that I sort of gave them each those 2 outfits for that reason. I think I gave him the active trait. I tried to search for ages. I was like, I'm sure that they've got an aspiration for the military career, but they don't. I thought they did, but they didn't. So yeah. And then I went back and I gave them age spots. I was checking through each category before I realised it was in the skin details. What I might have liked to see, I've noticed, is that when they did the update for like the wrinkles and stuff for like elderly Sims, I love that. I really do. I'm going to go back and sort Doris out. But I wish they'd have done some for the adult Sims as well, that were just slightly low-key versions of those. If there is, I didn't see them, and if I've missed them, please let me know, because I'd like that. But I did give them some age lines on their face just to make them look like adults, because I think a lot of the time Sims just look like children the entire life because they're so simple in their skin. So I've done that, but when they get older they can have more wrinkles. So yeah, so I created a daughter, and then we did the infant. So I put them in place first, and then sorted out the family dynamics so that I knew that they were all related. And then I created them. She's got a very cutesy vibe, quite a few pinks, but I think there's some blues in there as well. I thought this braid was quite cute because I had the vision of like her mum braids her hair for her, and that's their like little bonding thing in the morning. So I gave her the braid because I thought that was quite a cute little touch. Because like I said, they're like a very nuclear, cutesy family. So I definitely wanted that kind of vibe to come through. And so yeah, so she has like that cute feel to her. And the infant is just simple. I wish we had more stuff for infants because I struggled to give him clothes, and it didn't take me very long because there's not very many options, but I didn't like that there weren't very many options. So it didn't take me very long to do the infant at all. But it still looks cute and it's still adorable. I made sure they look like their parents, so obviously I used the genetics feature. I made the daughter has the same coloured hair as the dad, so she's got her mum's eyes, and the son has the same coloured hair as the mum, so I gave him his dad's eyes. Just kind of, I thought that was quite cute. Then they've got that mix of each of them, but they all look like a tight-knit family, you know? That's the kind of vibe I wanted. So that's sort of what I did. And just for the end of this video, while it's wrapping up, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody for all your support, all your views, all your comments, just the way that you're sort of coming for me. I love it, and I'm so happy. We over on Twitch, we are so close to affiliate level. I thought we'd hit it last time. When I streamed on Friday, I was a little bit gutted, but because we did get the average views we needed, but Twitch's 30-day period actually reset, and I didn't realise. So I now need to do another one. But on Wednesday, hopefully we'll still have the same show up, and we'll manage to do it then. But that's sort of why that hasn't happened yet. But I am so grateful for every single one of you and all the support that I've received. I really didn't think that I would receive the support that I have, and I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the love that I'm starting to get more on YouTube as well. So I hope you enjoy this video, and there will be a speed build coming of the exterior as well as some interior of their home as well. That'll probably come tomorrow now, so this will just be a video for today. And there will also be a creator sim video for our yellow not so berry generation sim Brenda, so I'll be on the lookout for that. But I'm so happy, and thank you all again. Hopefully you stuck around for the entire video and you got to meet the Jennings, and I hope you like the Jennings and you're looking forward to playing through their story. So anyways, I love you all, thank you all, have a brilliant day.